Hello AOS fans, 'tis I, Pete, and I have another deck list for you, and I'm bringing out the Guard. Hooray, the Guard! So, this is the first deck that I've built with the new restricted bar list in place as of February 2019, and it was a bit tougher with some obvious options now also relegated to the either barred or restricted list. I was definitely going to take extreme flank, and I can't do that now. So as you know, Robin and I, we have our two stables of warbands, and this week I've decided to go with Guard, and I've gone for a defensive Sepulchral Guard list. So I've tried to take as many cards as I could that don't involve me getting to him and don't involve me rolling dice, because frankly, dice hate me. They don't like me rolling them, they don't roll what I want. So I figure, you know what, I'm going to go for things that don't need dice rolling, and hopefully that might save me a bit. We'll see. So these are my cards. On my objectives, I've got change of tactics. Yes, I know that means making a charge, but I only have to make the charge. I don't have to actually hit with the charge. So I might have one of my petitioners up the front, go on guard and send him into the lion's den. He'll get shot to pieces, but it's an instant glory, which is very handy. Chosen champion next, because almost definitely my warden's going to get beefed up with as many upgrades as I can to keep him alive. Escalation kind of goes hand in hand a bit with chosen champion, but I'll be playing as many upgrades as I can, so that's almost always going to be on my deck. I then have our only way out. Whilst I don't have the speed, I'm hoping that I've got a few other cards in here to help me get to where I need to be in those instances. Ploy Master, play 3 ploys. Superior Tactician, now this is on the bar list, but I'm hoping I can get enough of my other objectives out that I can then score this one as well. Supremacy, same reason as our only way out really. I think I can hopefully get 3 objectives. If I've got 3 objectives in my half, then I stand a pretty good chance doing it. If I don't, I still have a few options to get across to that other objective as well. And you know what? If it's just going to be too much work and I get 2 of them out early, I can discard them and I can move on with my day without losing too much sleep over it. I then got well guarded because it's Sepulchral Guard. I'm going to have 2 people next to my leader nearly all the time. After that, Frugal, 3 unspent glory, that should be doable. I then got keep them guessing. With the Sepulchral Warden, he can use his ability, that counts as one of them, and then I've just got to do 3 others. If I use the move one, I only have to do 2 others, because obviously he uses his ability, and then that's also a move on the 2 people he's affected. So after that I could maybe go on, I don't know, guard, and then I could charge to get change of tactics. We shall see. I then got martyred because some of my people are going to die, it's inevitable. I might as well get a glory for that loss. And what armour, because the champion has cleave off the bat. I may as well put that to good use with another instant score. So only 3 instant scores, 8 regulars and 1 third end phase with Superior Tactician, but I reckon, hopefully, as long as the cards treat me nice, I should be able to score a lot of those without too much difficulty. With my gambits, I have Dance Macabre to give everybody who moves in the next phase +1 movement. Restless Dead to res one of my guys, helpful for helping me get towards inspiring my warden, and just nice to bring one of my guys back from the dead because they can charge again if they've already done so. Terrifying Screams to shove one of Robin's guys out of the way, could be very handy if he's coming towards me and I want to knock something back a bit. Ephemeral Shield to give me +1 defense on my next defense when Robin attacks me. And then Frozen in Time, not taking this one very much, 50-50 roll. And if you get it off, then you can pick a fighter and they cannot make any actions or be damaged in that phase. Now if that's someone like Scritch and his boys, that could be quite damaging. If it's Moloch, it could be absolutely devastating. So we shall see how useful that is. Sod's Law, it'll come out and I won't make the roll. But I've not ever used this card and I figured it's time to start giving it a try with all of the mixing up that's going on. And then I have Inspiration Strikes. Probably going to put it on my Warden, but depending on how the cards fall out, I might put it on someone like the Champion if he's not been killed and rezzed. Or, you know, somebody else. Depends on how it goes, really. Invisible Walls next. Now, I plan on setting up, if I get the choice of boards, lengthways. If I get the 3 objectives in my half, then hopefully Robin will offset it or play it lengthways. But if he doesn't, then this will help to reduce the speed of people to just 1 for the next activation to try and keep them away from me as long as possible. And then I have Last Chance, pretty much given in any dodging warband deck. And then have Ready for Action! Possibility to be able to do a double move to maybe get one of those objectives in my opponent's half, or double attack if somebody's in my half and is swamped with guys. Very attractive indeed. And Centre of Attention. Now I'll either use this one to try and pull people back from the front line in my half and maybe try and get them all bunched up around my warden, or if Robin manages to get someone into my half, maybe I'll use that to then swarm him and then get an attack off with many assists. The third option is, obviously, if Robin's, you know, quite a way away from me and I've played up lengthways, I can use this to hopefully pull some of his guys back in the field a little There's a lot of uses here for Centre of Attention. I'm quite looking forward to getting this one out. And for my upgrades, I have Ancient Commander, because if I can get that off, I can move 3 of my guys in a go. That's very handy, really increases my manoeuvrability. Undying for +1 wound. Acrobatic, because that's always going to be my deck when I've got dodges. +1 defense dice is nothing to be sniffed at. Light armor, for the same reason. You roll dodges, you're not doing great on your defense, so for those guys who don't have any extra defense, you might as well put light armor on them and get +1 attack dice. I then got Soul Trap. This is another bar card because frankly I want to give my Warden as many chances to not die as possible because he is quite integral. And then another card I've not taken before, which is Warden's Call, which gives him another action, and that enables me to choose 2 friendly fighters other than my leader and put them both on guard. So that'll help me a bit with change of tactics. Also means I can hopefully put more of my guys up the field on guard and make them that much more survivable, because when you're rolling dodges and you go on guard, suddenly you're rolling shields as well. That does increase your survivability quite a margin. I then got Champion's Fortitude, which enables me to reroll 1 defense dice. Again, survivability. Fameway Crystal, this is pretty much in there specifically for Supremacy and Our Only Way Out. Great strength, because if someone does get my half and I want to do some damage to them with the champion or the warden, +1 damage will be very handy, especially if I can get ready for action in there too. And Tomb of Vitality for a +1 wound, because you can't go wrong with another +1 wound. So that's it, that is my deck. As I said, my plans are, if I get the choice of boards, I'm going to play them lengthways and play as far back as I can to keep away from Robins, hopefully stop him from being able to attack me for maybe an entire round. And if I don't get the choice of boards, that means I do have 3 objectives in my half, and that does help me with Our Only Way Out and Supremacy. So either way, I'll be quite happy with how the cards fall out here. I'm not sure which way I'd rather have it, but the way Robin rolls, it's almost definitely going to be that I'll place the boards and he'll place the objectives. So we'll have to see how things go. Do let me know what you think. Are there any cards you would always take with a guard deck? Do you love going defensive and playing long, or do you hate it and only play offensive and have to get right up in your opponent's face? Let me know what cards you think I've taken that are useless, rubbish, brilliant, sublime, or just frankly average. The new bar deck is definitely making things tougher to pick the cards that you want to take, and I guess that's the idea of it. So I'm looking forward to this one. I remain quietly confident with my guard. I've not done well with them in the past, and then I've had a few very good games, so we shall see how I do. Until next time in the Mirrored City, bye!